Oh, and he said the name.
James Mma, Iron Horse, martial arts and American top team here in Indiana. 23 years old and has already compiled a 4-0 record as an amateur.
In impressive fashion nonetheless. His last fight, just 2 months ago, almost to the day, was a knockout in 12 seconds for the first round against a very game James Eversole Jr., or what was believed to be a very game James Eversole Jr. He's dominated the first couple fights. In fact, one of them went to a unanimous decision against James Morton the second, but it wasn't even a thought that he would lose this thing. Mma is really one of the wrecking balls that is slamming through the advanced amateur ranks, and he's got a shot for some hardware here today. Got a tough opponent in front of him, but certainly up to the task. A well-rounded player as well. He can get down on the mat, but he likes to beat you up in the stand-up first. He can knock you out in the first 15 seconds. He can take you the distance. He can submit you on the mat. He can do just about everything.
Mma also a former United States Marine, active duty beginning in 08. And after that, a true Renaissance man. Went into agriculture. He realized he couldn't be a farmer and a fighter, so up until Friday, he delivered cupcakes in a pink van. I know what you're thinking, and I'll answer it. His favorite cupcake is the Hungry Lumberjack, which is a French toast batter with bacon sprinkled on the icing. That's the kind of Renaissance man James Mma is, but
I don't think he ate many of those during training.
No, this is one fit gentleman. Let's see. Let's have Jake Digman bring out Mma's opponent.
His opponent making his way down the aisle into the right corner. Please welcome Gary Widget.
Gary Widget, 33 years old, fighting out of Fisher's BJJ in boxing. 9-3. And we take a look here at the defense soap tail of the tape. Well, pretty even. 5'7", 5'9", both 155 pounds, but we've got another reach advantage for Gary Widget.
Apparently, with age comes reach, I guess, because Gary Widget, 10 years older than Mma, and also has a 5-inch reach advantage, which is huge when you have big guys inside the cage that want to slug it out. And also huge when you get down under the mat as well. We talked about it a lot through the early fights here. But Gary Widget, I mean, 9-3 record. He's been up against some very, very tough opponents, and he's 5-1 in his last 6 fights. Lost to David Booth, had a bounce-back fight against Lester Cole III. That was back in February, and here he is returning back to the cage, trying to win that hardware here at Octagon MMA.
You mentioned that loss to Booth. That was a decision at Coliseum Combat, another organization, and that was for a title. So this will be Gary Widget's 3rd attempt at winning an amateur title. But really, as you mentioned, he has been on a tear. Submission choke. A lot of submission victories for Gary Widget.
But he's another one of those guys who will beat you up in the stand-up, wear you down, and then can finish you off on the mat as well. You know, these big guys, you see a lot of submissions on the record. A lot of times that's pretty deceiving because they're just pretty much going to knock you out. Won't take you out of the fight completely until they get down there and slip the arm underneath your neck and you go night-night.
You get a good look at owner James Jada. Hats off to James Jada and Mike Camp matchmaker Lorenzo Gentili for putting on another terrific night of action. But right now it's time to hand out another title bout. We send it up to Jake Digman for the official introduction.
The following contest is for the Octagon Advanced Amateur Indiana State Lightweight Championship, and it is brought to you by James Jada, Lorenzo Gentili, and Tilton Tilt, the official after party of Octagon 25. Prepare for battle. Introducing first in the blue corner, he fights out of Indianapolis, Indiana. He weighed in at 155 pounds, representing Iron Horse Martial Arts, American Top Team, and Team Indiana, with an undefeated record, 4 wins, 0 losses. Please welcome James Bad Touch Mma. His opponent in the red corner, he fights out of Noblesville, Indiana. He weighed in at 155 pounds, representing TYB and Fisher's BJJ in boxing, with an MMA record, 9 wins, 3 losses. Please welcome Gary Widget. This bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds with the experiential referee is Mr. Gary Copeland.
Let's set the table here, Will. Final instructions from our referee, Gary Copeland. James Mogollon, yellow trunks, black trim. Gary Widget with the black trunks. This is for the Indiana Advanced Amateur Lightweight Championship here in Roctagon MMA. Will Burge joining me, Ryan Cavanaugh, to call all the action here. And it's Mogollon who takes center stage. Looking to land that left with some success. It's getting through on Widget. Widget looks a little uncomfortable on his feet here in this exchange.
And he's really just trying to dodge the power there. Mogollon is an absolute powerhouse, especially with the left hand. You don't want to get caught blindsided by that. He's leaning over that way and then moving the opposite way, doing a good job of kind of shadow boxing him off, slapping the hands away. But you can see him does not want to get caught up, and there you go. Mogollon catches the leg, bull rushes him into the cage.
Mogollon caught the leg, went in for the takedown, and then thought better of it. But I don't know if I want to be the ground here. I'd rather stand up and have an advantage, and he backed off. But
and obviously Widget's probably the better fighter on the mat, so Mogollon, exactly as you said, saw an opportunity for a takedown and thought better of it, wanted to stay up and try to do some more damage, and now
for the second time Mogollon jumps guard with the guillotine, but it's Widget. He's not in danger of the guillotine, right? Well, I take that back. He's now got full guard. He tapped out!
He tapped out!
Wow!
Oh!
Mogollon!
again, unbelievable in the strength it takes to choke someone out from that position. Luckily, it's early enough in the fight. The fighters aren't sweaty enough yet to where you can slide your head out. The strength, especially in the forearm area of Mogollon, to be able to crank that thing. It took about 2.5 seconds to choke him out.
Well, you'll see what Mogollon did. If you see the replay here, what he did is he readjusted. He got him in full guard. But he was outside of it.
Yeah.
Because right here, when I said, I didn't think he'd be able to tap him out. And there's some interesting transitions here. But that side control almost. And look at him from side control. He pops his leg out around half guard, and he's going to finish it into full guard where he was able to get the choke on him. That's excellent. DJJ.
Very, very rare do you see a choke get executed like that. But it looks as almost though that was what he was lining up with the jumping takedowns. Tried it the first time, didn't get the positioning. Tried it the second time, worked out for him. He's taking some hardware home.
Let's send up to Jake Digman for the official winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, 1 minute and 10 seconds of the first round by guillotine choke submission.
1 minute and 10
new
seconds.
Roctagon MMA Advanced Amateur Indiana State Lightweight Champion, James Bad Touch Mma.
You gotta hear it.
Want to talk to James here, our new amateur lightweight champ. James, you got the headlock and you kept working to take him down. It's the guillotine choke, something you were looking for in this fight.
No, I actually did not think that it was going to come at all. I didn't think he was going to try to take me down. I actually have a common coach with him, so they know that I like to wrestle. So I didn't think he would. I thought he'd stand right back up.
You came into the fight looking to throw hands. It looked like you were very comfortable on the feet. Is that somewhere where you want to test yourself against Gary?
It was, absolutely. He hit me. He got a solid punch there right at the beginning. I'm sure you guys saw that. I heard everyone go crazy, so I know they heard that. Hey, you got me with a good kick, too, because I can do it.
Well, that answers the question, can you hear the crowd out here tonight in Roctagon 25? James, anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank absolutely Team Indiana, Iron Horse Martial Arts, American Top Team, my family, my friends, my fans, everyone.
Shouted us out!
A fighter gets here by himself, but you don't win by fighting.
Well, on behalf of Roctagon and myself, I would like to take the opportunity to thank you. James is a current member of the Marine Corps. And he is also now your Roctagon Indiana Amateur Lightweight Champion. One more time.
I'd also like to thank Rocky because I wasn't originally supposed to be in this position. Here I am.
Well, on behalf of Roctagon, you're welcome. We can't wait to get you back here in the Roctagon to defend that title. Put your hands together one more time. No! Touch Mma!
He said Muggala.
Isn't that what happens when you mess up in golf?
Did you hear Terry? She's always called him Buddy.
As soon as it cuts off, I'll turn it on.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we are going to be taking a 20-minute intermission. At this time we are going to be taking a 20-minute intermission. We encourage everybody to head on over and check out all of our